so we have question number 16 here, which says if curly brackets x and square bracket x represent fractional and integral part of x, then find the value of a, where a is integral 0 to 1 fx dx and fx is equal to square bracket x plus summation of curly bracket x plus r upon 2000, where r goes from 1 to 2000, right? Okay, so how we going to approach this particular question? Tell me.
अब इस क्वेश्चन में हमें पहले fx फाइंड सिंप्लीफाई करते हैं, क्योंकि हमें fx को इंटीग्रेट करना है 0 से 1. तो अब इधर fx को सिंप्लीफाई करने के लिए हम जो राइट टर्म है उसकी वो देखते हैं पहले. तो अब इसमें r बिलोंग्स टू इंटीजर है, r 1 से 2000 वेरी कर रहा है. तो हमें जैसे पता है कि फ्रैक्शनल पार्ट ऑफ x प्लस r इज इक्वल टू फ्रैक्शनल पार्ट ऑफ x ही होगा अगर r इंटीजर होगा.
एक मिनट, फ्रैक्शनल पार्ट ऑफ x प्लस r
इज इक्वल टू फ्रैक्शनल पार्ट x.
fractional part of x because r is integer, right? Okay,
क्योंकि जैसे अगर r इंटीजर है और x कोई फ्रैक्शनल पार्ट है तो x 0.5 है और r इंटीजर है तो
it's 1.25, so it's going to be 0.25 only. Yes, okay.
तो अब इसको हमने ऐसे लिख दिया, fx को हमने लिखा ब्रैकेट ऑफ x प्लस,
तो fx को हमने लिख दिया ब्रैकेट ऑफ x
प्लस समेशन r 1 से 2000
1 to 2000
फ्रैक्शनल पार्ट ऑफ x अपॉन 2000,
राइट.
अब ये वाली हमारी जो राइट साइड की टर्म है वो इंडिपेंडेंट ऑफ r हो गई. तो डायरेक्टली इसको हम इसका सम हो जाएगा 2000 टाइम्स इनटू फ्रैक्शनल पार्ट ऑफ x अपॉन 2000.
एग्जैक्टली, तो r की जरूरत ही नहीं है, तो वो इतने बार वो प्लस होगी.
हाँ, इतने बार वो प्लस हो जाएगा,
राइट. तो हाँ, तो इसका मतलब हो गया, क्या हो गया?
2000 टाइम्स इनटू fractional part of x upon 2000,
which means
is equal to fractional part of x,
right? इसका मतलब ये हो गया.
अब हमारा fx हो गया bracket of x plus fractional part of x.
तो fx has become bracket of x
plus fractional part of x.
Right.
अब हमें पता ही है x is equal to fractional part of x plus bracket of
exactly,
x.
right.
तो ये is equal to x हो गया.
is equals to x हो गया.
अब हमें सिंपली इंटीग्रेट करना है उधर fx को पुट करके,
राइट.
तो a हमें दिया हुआ है इंटीग्रेशन ऑफ fx 0 to 1 dx.
a is equals to integration of fx
dx 0 to 1,
which means integration of 0 to 1
x dx. अब इसका इंटीग्रेशन x² by 2 डायरेक्ट हो जाएगा और हम लिमिट्स पुट कर देंगे 0 to 1. 0 to 1
is equals to
1/2. तो हमारी a की वैल्यू आ गई 1/2.
Alright, so here you saw that first of all this was fractional part of x and this was integral part of x. और जब इस तरह की फंक्शन आपको दी हुई हो तो आप इसको सिंप्लीफाई करें, इसमें ये वाला फार्मूला लगाएं और डरे नहीं इतने बड़े सवाल से.
हाँ, ये देखने में लग रहा है,
देखने में इतना बड़ा लग रहा है, लेकिन उसको हम सिंप्लीफाई करेंगे तो बहुत छोटा हो जाएगा. और जैसे कि आपने देखा इसका आंसर हो गया 1/2. सो दिस वाज क्वेश्चन नंबर 16.
Alright, so we have question 17 over here, which says that if a and b are two fixed positive numbers such that they belong to R, that is if a and b are real numbers, and f of x is given such that f of a plus x is equal to b plus bracket of b cube plus 1 minus 3b square into f of x plus 3b into f of x square minus f of x cube whole to the power 1/3 for all x belonging to R, then find whether f of x is a periodic or a non-periodic function. Okay, so what is the definition of a periodic function? A periodic function is one which,
अगर कोई फंक्शन दिया हुआ है तो अगर वो पीरियोडिक फंक्शन होगा तो वो सेटिस्फाई हमेशा करेगा f of x plus t is equal to fx.
f of x plus t is equal to f of x.
ये फंक्शन पीरियोडिक होगा, उसका पीरियड t होगा. मतलब ये हर t पीरियड के बाद अपनी वैल्यू सेम वैल्यू देगा, रिपीट करेगा.
So this is the definition of a periodic function, and the question says that whether there is such a t exists or not for this given f of x, right? So how are we going to find that?
अब हम पहले इस क्वेश्चन को अप्रोच करेंगे. पहले हम b को LHS में ले जाएंगे, डायरेक्ट क्यूब करेंगे तो वो बेटर नहीं है. देन b को LHS में ले जाएंगे तो वो हो जाएगा f of a plus x minus b.
Since डायरेक्ट क्यूब करने से हमें कोई फायदा नहीं हो रहा है, कॉम्प्लिकेट हो जाएंगी चीजें, तो हम b को LHS में ले जाते हैं
और फिर क्यूब कर देते हैं.
ओके, हम b को LHS में लेके जाके क्यूब करेंगे, राइट? सो दैट इज वेरी सिंपल.
b cube plus 1 minus
b cube plus
1 minus 3b square dot fx plus 3b fx square minus fx cube minus fx cube.
cube, right? Which is very simple as 1 by 3 goes off from the RHS.
अब हमारा RHS में हम ऑब्जर्व करेंगे कि एक 1 एक कांस्टेंट टर्म है और सब टर्म्स b और fx के डिपेंडेंट है, तो हम 1 को अलग लिखते हैं और b और fx की टर्म्स अलग लिख देते हैं.
Right, since we have observed that one is independent of
b and fx.
Yeah, b and fx, we'll write it separately. Okay.
b cube minus 3b square fx
Cube minus 3b square f of x
plus 3b
plus 3b
fx whole square
f of x square
minus fx cube.
minus f of x cube. Right. Okay.
अब जो हमने ऑब्जर्व करा, जो टर्म 1 के इंडिपेंडेंट है वो बन रहा है b minus fx का होल क्यूब.
Right. So if you observe here, you can see that this is
b minus
the expansion of b minus f of x cube.
हाँ, क्योंकि हमें एक फॉर्मूला पता है
क्योंकि
x माइनस वाई का होल क्यूब और a माइनस बी का होल क्यूब इज इक्वल टू a क्यूब माइनस बी क्यूब माइनस 3ab a माइनस बी.
राइट, हमें ये फॉर्मूला पता है, और अगर हम इस टर्म को अगर हम इस फॉर्मूले से कंपेयर करेंगे तो हमें दिखेगा कि यहाँ पे हमारा a इज नथिंग बट b
हाँ,
एंड b इज नथिंग बट f of x, राइट.
तो ये हमारा हो जाएगा
Yeah.
1 प्लस b माइनस fx का होल क्यूब RHS.
Okay, so this was your RHS and now your RHS is 1 plus
b माइनस fx का होल क्यूब.
b minus f of x का whole cube, which
Yeah.
we've shown above.
हाँ. अब हम इसको b माइनस fx का होल क्यूब को RHS में ले जाते हैं और एक कांस्टेंट टर्म 1 की टर्म LHS में रहने देते हैं, तो फिर हमारा
We can also write this as 1
हाँ, 1
minus
fx
f of
minus
x minus b, because that will be similar to what we have on the LHS side, f
Yeah.
of a plus x
X
minus
minus
b,
b.
which is similar form, right? Later on you'll see the benefit of this, right?
अब ये हो जाएगा LHS में f of a plus x minus b का होल क्यूब.
Taking this term to the
LHS.
LHS side, we have this cube
प्लस fx माइनस b का होल क्यूब
plus f of x minus b जो हमारा
हाँ.
RHS से आया है
का होल
का
क्यूब
cube is
is
equal
equal
to
to
1, right? हाँ.
अब इधर से हमें कुछ fx और f of a plus x को हम रिलेट नहीं कर पा रहे हैं.
Exactly, because we cannot say anything like f of a plus x is equal to f of x directly from this equation.
तो
So
हम
what are we going to do next?
अब हम इधर ऑब्जर्व करते हैं, अगर x को a plus x से रिप्लेस करेंगे तो एक टर्म तो हमारी f of a plus x ही रहेगी और एक हो जाएगी f of 2a plus x.
Okay, हम x को a plus x से ही क्यों replace करेंगे? Because we can see that if we substitute any other term,
जैसे a minus x से रिप्लेस
exactly,
करें.
if we try replacing x by a minus x,
Yeah.
then we'll get two different terms in the new equation, right? One will be
f of 2a minus
f
x
of 2a minus x and the second one will be f of
a minus
a
x.
minus x, which is both of them are different from the current terms. So it'll just complicate things. So that is why we are replacing x by a plus x, so that the new term that we've got only one new term, right?
तो अब ये हो जाएगा f of 2a plus x
f of
2a
2a plus
minus b
minus b
whole cube
is equal to plus
f of a
plus
plus x minus b whole cube
minus b whole cube is
equal to 1.
This equation you've got just by replacing x by a plus x, which will become intuitive after some time once you solve problems of these type.
अब हम इधर ऑब्जर्व करते हैं कि अगर जो हमने पहले इक्वेशन फाइंड करी थी,
Yeah, this is your equation 1.
एंड दिस इज
This is equation 2. Right.
और हम सब्ट्रैक्ट करेंगे 1 में से 2 को सब्ट्रैक्ट करेंगे,
Okay.
तो हमारी a plus x वाली टर्म एलिमिनेट हो रही है, तो हम सब्ट्रैक्ट कर रहे हैं.
See, subtracting equation 2 from 1 should be intuitive in a way, because you can see that this term is common, right?
इन बोथ.
In both. 1 is also common in both. So
हाँ.
why not simplify things by subtracting,
Subtracting.
right? So we'll subtract 2 from 1. And what we have here is
f of x minus b
f of x minus b
is equal to f of 2a plus x
of 2a
plus x
plus x
माइनस बी
minus b
होल क्यूब.
whole cube. And since
फाइनली हमारा फिर इससे हो जा रहा है इस इक्वेशन से f of x इक्वल टू
removing the cube,
हाँ.
taking cube
is
1/3 root on both sides and removing b, we finally
f of
get
2a plus x.
yeah,
तो इधर से फंक्शन पीरियोडिक हो गया, उसका पीरियड 2a है.
exactly. Initially we had defined a periodic function by if f of x plus t is equal to f of x, then f of x is said to be periodic with period t. And what we observe here is that f of x is equal to f of 2a plus x, which means that f of x is a periodic function with period 2a. So one could even ask a question like, if f of x is equal to f of 2a plus x, then obviously if you replace x by x plus 2a over here, what you'll get is that f of x is also equal to f of 4a plus x. Right? So in that case, someone could say that the period of this function is 4a. What would you do to eliminate that possibility?
अगर ऐसा कभी हो तो हमें, जैसे हमने पहले x को a प्लस एक्स रखा था,
Right.
तो उधर हमें ऐसा नहीं रखना चाहिए कि x को जंप करके हम x को x प्लस 2a रख दें, x प्लस 4a रख दें. तो अगर ऐसे हम जंप करके रख देंगे कभी, तो कभी ऐसा होगा कि हम कोई कंक्लूजन नहीं आएगा हमें, या फिर ऐसा कभी केस हो जाएगा कि पीरियड 4a दिखाने लगेगा. बल्कि पीरियड होता है कि मिनिमम इंटरवल जिसमें f(x)
Exactly.
अपनी वैल्यू रिपीट कर रहा है.
Exactly. So since the period is the minimum time or minimum
इंटरवल
in which f of x repeats its value, so we have to make sure that we do not replace x by
2a plus x
yeah
or
2a plus x or 4a plus x at a time. If we are not able to reach the conclusion by replacing x by x plus a, then we can do it again in the next run, but do not try to replace it at a go, because you know you could end up with this conclusion which will give you the answer that f of x is periodic, but the period will be wrong. The period in this case will be 4a, which will be wrong. So kindly take care of that. Alright, तो हमने इस क्वेश्चन में क्या सीखा कि हमें एक f of x दिया हुआ था और उसको सबसे पहले हमने सिंप्लीफाई किया, और दूसरी चीज़ हमने ये देखी कि x को किस टर्म से रिप्लेस करना है ताकि हमारा पीरियड एकदम मिनिमम आए, क्योंकि हम देख चुके हैं कि पीरियड मल्टीपल पीरियड्स भी आ सकते हैं. तो वी वांट, पीरियड का डेफिनेशन ये है कि मिनिमम होना चाहिए. राइट. और थर्ड चीज़ हमने ये देखी कि अगर 2a पीरियड है तो 4a भी पीरियड होगा, तो हमें उस चीज़ का ख्याल रखना पड़ेगा सिंप्लीफाई करते वक्त कि हम ज़्यादा जंप ना कर जाए. तो इस क्वेश्चन का बेसिकली जस्ट ये था कि कैसे उसको सिंप्लीफाई करना है और उसको किस टर्म से रिप्लेस करना है सच दैट तुम्हारा पीरियड मिनिमम आए. ऑलराइट, दैट वाज क्वेश्चन 17. Alright, so we have question 18 over here, which says that study and draw the graph of box of y is equal to sin x, where box of y represents greatest integer part. Yeah, so how are we going to approach this problem?
अब इसमें ब्रैकेट ऑफ y है sin x,
Bracket of y is equal to sin x.
तो sin x हमेशा इंटीजर होना चाहिए. मतलब
Yes, we know that sin x is always an integer. So what are the possible values of sin x as an integer?
sin x can be -1, 0 और 1.
Yeah.
बिकॉज sin x -1 से 1 होता है, तो इंटीजर्स उसमें 3 ही होंगे, सिर्फ -1, 0, 1.
0, -1 and 1. Since sin x belongs to
-1
to 1, so there are only 3 possible integers, which are these.
अब sin x का पीरियड 0 से 2 पाई है, तो हम 0 से 2 पाई में देखते हैं sin x 0, -1, 1 कब हो रहा है.
Exactly. We already know that the period of sin x is 2 pi, so we can determine the points where sin x is 0, -1 and 1.
हाँ, तो 0 से 2 पाई में sin x 0, -1, 1 होता है जब पहले 0 होगा, 0 पे 0 होगा.
Right. 0 पे it's 0.
पाई बाय 2 पे 1.
Pi by 2 पे we have sin x is equal to 1.
पाई पर 0 होगा, फिर
Pi पे we have sin x is equal to 0.
फिर 3 पाई बाय 2 पे -1 होगा.
3 pi by 2 पे sin x is -1.
देन
and
2 पाई पे
2 pi पे sin x is again 0, and after that it repeats. So we need not consider those points. Right.
अब पहले ब्रैकेट ऑफ y को हम 0 से इक्वेट करते हैं.
Right. Let's take the case where sin x is equal to 0. So we have case 1 over here.
When sin x is 0,
Sin x is equal to 0. That means bracket of
y is
y
equal
is
to
equal to 0. Now if greatest integer is 0, then we know that y
belongs
to
0.
0 included
हाँ,
and 1 not included.
Yeah.
Since 1 is an integer, so it will not be included here. Right. This is when sin x is equal to 0.
when is x is 0,
Yeah. X is 0. X can also be
pi
pi, and x can also be
2
2
pi.
pi. Right. Sin x is 0. Now
Okay.
we have case 2 over here, where sin x is equal to say minus 1.
Sin x is equal to -1, then bracket of y is equal to -1 here.
Yeah. Bracket of y is equal to -1, and we know that if bracket of y is equal to -1, then y belongs to -1 included,
0
not included, since 0 is an integer. And we know that sin x is equal to -1 in between 0 to 2 pi only at
pi. Only at pi it is 0, at 3 pi by 2. Yeah.
x is equal to 3 pi by 2, right? And our third case is where sin x is equal to 1. Since we are considering only 3 integers, our third case is where sin x is equal to 1. Now when sin x is equal to 1,
then
box
bracket
of y is equal to 1, which means y belongs to 1 to 2, 1 included
2 is not,
2 not
because
included.
2 is an integer.
2 is an integer, you can't include 2 because then box of y will be equal to 2, right?
Here
And
x is equal to pi by 2.
from in our interval 0 to 2 pi, at x is equal to pi by 2, we have sin x is equal to 1. So basically what we did is, since we have box of y is equal to sin x, we are finding those integer points and simplifying y at those integer points, right?
अब हम इसका ग्राफ प्लॉट करते हैं, ग्राफ देखते हैं इसका ग्राफ.
Yeah, let's plot the graph of this function.
y versus x.
It's y versus x graph, since we are plotting the graph of y.
At x equal to 0, y belongs to 0 to 1.
Yeah, see, since we had seen here that at x is equal to 0,
y belongs to 0 to 1.
y belongs to 0 to 1, right? So let's plot that. At x is equal to 0,
y belongs
to
0 to 1.
0 to 1, and 1 is open, 0 is closed.
Yeah.
Let's do it like this for simple.
Now we will plot at x equals to pi by 2.
Yeah, since we are taking only points like 0, pi by 2,
because we want sin x integer.
exactly. So let's yeah. Now we have seen here that x is equal to pi by 2, y belongs to 1 to 2. Right, so let's plot this. Pretty simple. Include 1 and make sure you don't include 2. So at x is equal to pi by 2, you have 1
included, 2 is not included.
Not included. This represents not included. Right, and this represents 1 is included. Now at x is equal to pi, we have y belongs to
0 to 1. Yeah.
0 included and 1 not included. At x is equal to 3 pi by 2,
we
you
have -1 to 0.
We have already derived this.
Y belongs to -1 to 0
minus
here.
1 to 0, where -1 is included. Here is your -1.
It's included.
-1 is included, and make
0
sure
is
you do not include
0.
0. 0 is open, -1 is closed.
No.
And
For x equals to 2 pi, we have y belongs to 0 to 1.
at x is equal to 2 pi, we have y belongs to 0 to 1. Again 0 is included and 1 is not included. Now see, this is the graph at integer points, and we know that since the period of sin x is 2 pi, the same graph will repeat after 2 pi, right? So we can draw, suppose this is 2 pi plus pi by 2.
Yeah.
Right. So
it would be from y belongs to 1 to 2.
exactly. This is going to be 1 second. This is going to be similar to this, right? This is what we have. Exactly. And the same graph will repeat from here onwards. Same graph is going to repeat the same thing. So since f of x, y of x was given in such a manner that
Bracket
box
of
of y of x is equal to sin x, we know that sin x has to be an integer, and sin x is only 3 possible integers are there: 0, -1 and 1. We can find out the values at which sin x takes these values, and we can find out the interval of y and plot this. So basically what we learned from this question was that study the form of the equation given. Since here it was box x, it can also be fractional part of x, or it could be simply x. Study the form of the equation given, try to simplify it, and try to find out multiple cases solve the particular equation for a given case and plot the graph. And make sure you take care of the period, since sin x itself is periodic in 2 pi, so you need not repeat the whole thing again. The same graph will keep on repeating. Alright, that was question 18.